Hello, friends, and welcome to ScreenVomit, the only movie podcast.
Number one.
I'm Grandma Kayla. I'm here with my pal Colin.
Hello. Hello.
And this week we also have a very special guest.
Yeah, we do.
That would be Lindsey.
This is Lindsey, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Wow. Hold for applause. Okay.
It's really me.
Longtime fans will know Lindsey as my roommate.
We are just platonic roommates. We've just been friends for a while.
Lindsey's doing her nails.
And I get mentioned on the podcast.
Oh.
Just about every time. Yeah.
Not every time. No way.
Well, probably the times that you haven't been mentioned on the podcast is because you were, and I cut it out because I thought maybe it was too personal or something.
It's never too personal.
So longtime fans will be starstruck to hear my voice finally.
Yeah. You know, I had a dream the other day that I got platonically married to my best pal, Hannah, who has been a previous guest on the podcast. So yeah, people can get platonically married.
Oh, 100%. Now I really want to do that.
Do you still have a wedding?
Are you kidding me? Do you think me and Teeth wouldn't have
Colin
a wedding?
and still get married?
Well, hold on. Why can't you just marry me and marry your best friend?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Wow, okay, 2020, we're poly, all right?
Welcome to my polycule, folks.
Hell yeah. So we're starting this one off interesting.
Starting off hot.
All right, for listeners who don't know, normally with our podcasts, we do movies that are in theaters. However, there are no theaters anymore. Welcome to 2020. So we are doing movies that you can find streaming online. And this week's movie you can find on Netflix. And it's from 2017 called The Little Hours.
Little teeny hours.
Colin, tell us who's in this movie.
Oh, that's my duty. Well, I just put my thing away, and so I'm stalling for time right now, but I can tell you who's in this movie now. And in this number one role of the movie, it's Allison Brie. Okay, it's a lot of people. Allison Brie, Dave Franco, Kate Micucci, Aubrey Plaza, John C. Reilly, Molly Shannon, Fred Armisen, and Nick Offerman. And then a ton more.
There was also one other person that I was excited to see in this movie was John Gabris. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, from the he's in a number of. He did a podcast with Lauren Lapkus, didn't he?
Yeah, he's mainly podcast famous, although he is technically an actor as well. He's a little Earwolf baby, so he's always on all the Earwolf podcasts.
Yeah.
I think I first heard him on Comedy Bang Bang. He plays Gino, the intern, and probably some other characters too, but that's like his most notorious. I didn't know he was in this movie, and that was like a cool surprise. Yeah,
as one of the guards.
How do you guys feel about Allison Brie? I have complex feelings.
Wow, getting the dirt, spill the beans. What's up?
I just don't know. I just am made uncomfortable by her at times.
Like in all like in any community,
glow, Horse Girl. Did you see Horse Girl, Kayla?
I didn't, but it's on my list.
Ooh, that's the first time where I was like,
pretty good.
She's nailing it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's very interesting.
For sure.
Why don't you like her?
Yeah.
It's one of those things you can't really put your finger on. I wouldn't say I don't like her, but I'm definitely given pause when I see her.
Wow, beef.
Yeah. Little beef.
I mean, she's fine, right? She's just...
I love Aubrey Plaza and
Kate Micucci.
Yeah, I also love Aubrey Plaza and Kate Micucci. I would say I don't have a real opinion on Allison Brie.
I don't either.
I know she is a little free-spirited in such a way that can make people uncomfortable. Like she's done interviews where she's talked about how it used to be like a prank that she would like walk around naked.
What? I didn't know that about her.
Very cool. That's just a cool person thing to do.
Stuff like that. So,
Lindsay, okay. What? We've been watching so much Jackass lately that I do think that like showing your wiener and butt around your friends is very normal and cool.
I think it certainly was normal for a long time.
That's weird. I don't know. I don't want anyone to see my little butt. Too precious.
Yeah, it's too precious.
I've had a surprising amount of people show me their butts. Or like, I used to have a gag where
you did.
Where I would take pics of myself with people's butts for comedy. And a lot of the time it was, this would be like we have an established friendship, so not like strangers generally.
Yeah.
Not strange
but
butts. I
would just like sneak up behind them and like do a thumbs up next to their butt, and somebody would take a pic or I would take a selfie.
All over Facebook for
and
years.
There's a whole album on Facebook. But after I got kind of like people started knowing that I was a person who did this.
You were the butt person.
I was the butt person. And people would straight up drop trow for these pics. And I'll tell you, I didn't really necessarily want to drop trow for these pics. I just thought it was funny.
Unintended consequence.
Well, I was like, every time you see pics of like people with bands or celebs or whatever, it's like, their faces together, smiling. It's like, what if I took a pic with the back side of you instead of the front side of you? Like, you never see that. It's funny.
That is so funny.
That's good.
Is honestly an incredible bit.
I didn't know you had a purpose behind it.
Yeah.
To subvert celebrity culture.
So that's like how it started, and then it went into a whole thing. But I saw a lot of butts, suffice to say. People are not shy about straight up flying out the cheeks.
Anyways, so what kind of ratings did this movie get?
Already off the rails. All right, so we have 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, and you're gonna like this. Metacritic, 69.
Woo! Right here. Yeah, that's
that rules. And you know what? Very suiting for a movie this freaking horny.
Lots of doing it.
69ing also mentioned in the film.
It was.
All right, let's watch this dang trailer real fast.
Okay.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, sweetheart. I know how eager you are to be married, but maybe that's not your calling.
What's going on with Sister Alessandra? Probably like daydreaming about some guy that's going to magically come and take her away from here.
Did he just smile at you?
I don't know.
Why is he smiling? Who is that?
I don't know.
Sister Ginevra, Sister Fernanda, Sister Alessandra, Sister Maria, these are your sins.
Bling bling bitch, do my own thing bitch.
Abusive language.
They spit on me, they called me a Jew.
Lustfulness. Homosexuality.
This is too tight.
Did you roll your eyes? You were rolling your eyes.
Wake up, little bitches, let me show you how to live.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. I have slept with another man's wife.
One of you sluts thinks he's quite the jester.
Preaching to you little bitches, did you hear what I said?
These girls can be tough. I'm not gonna lie, they can be very tough.
What is this shit?
This is a turnip.
That's not a turnip, it's shit!
They physically have attacked people.
You know what my father is? Yeah, you can talk to us, you world!
So respect my business. Bling bling bitch, do my own thing bitch.
Is it true that you've never been touched by a man?
No, never.
It's the greatest pleasure on earth.
Looking out for my mama and my day one bitches.
It's a mortal sin, we wouldn't get into heaven. Yeah, then you probably shouldn't do it.
And my thought for loving Ciroc.
What is wrong with her?
She is on drugs!
All my hot girls with me and we dance around and bounce those titties.
It's the longest list I've ever had. Apostasy, abusive language, heresy, revelings, eating blood. Do you think I've ever written down eating blood before? Where am I?
Bling, bling, bitch. Do my own thing, bitch.
I gotta tell you, I don't care for that trailer song, really.
Bling, 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 bling.
I feel like if I would have seen this trailer, I would not be enticed to watch this movie.
Well, I was just thinking, like, the movie is not like that tonally. Like, it sends a really different message than what the movie actually is, I feel like.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it makes it seem a lot more like...
Rough Night. You remember that movie?
No.
Not Scarlett Johansson, Ilana, Kate McKinnon, and it's just this, like...
It's like a romp, like a fun romp.
Yeah, and that trailer was cut for a romp.
Yeah, and it makes it seem like, oh, we're doing this, like, the funny part is that it's an old movie, but we're playing rap over it, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Anachronistic.
But there's so much better comedy in it than that, you know?
Yeah,
so.
There really is.
Yeah.
This,
And the comedy is more subdued than that, too.
Yeah.
It's not that in your face.
Yeah. So, listeners, don't watch the trailer, okay? Just trust me.
Yeah, just go skip.
I'll tell you what made me watch this movie. I was listening to a little podcast called Dyking Out, okay, gay podcast.
Shout out.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it is good. And they were talking about movies with queer rep that they like. And so they mentioned this movie, and all they said about it and all they knew about it going into this was Aubrey Plaza plays a bisexual nun. And I was like, okay, I'm sold. And I literally put it in my little Google Doc as the little hours, Aubrey Plaza, bisexual nun.
Okay. Sure. That adds up for you. Like that.
That's plenty reason for me to watch anything right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to think about the first time, because I saw this, like, about when it came out in 2017 or 18. I just watched it because, and this is what makes me think the trailer still works, even though it's a bad trailer, is it has massive fucking star power.
Yeah.
Like,
that is true.
If you put all of those names in a movie, that's what gets people there.
Mm-hmm.
Even if
is true.
Even if it's cut like a fucking romp and it's boring as hell. Because, like, I'm not sold on almost anyone, like the top 4 or 5 names, but then you give me, like, Molly Shannon, you give me John C. Reilly, yes, check please, ding ding.
And then with the combo of the lower tier names.
Right.
Oh, for sure. Fred Armisen even.
Adds up to a whole sandwich. Yes. All right, so this movie is actually oddly topical because it was based on a story from the Decameron, which was, I don't know if that's how you say it, but we're going with it, which was written right after the pandemic of the bubonic plague.
Oh.
Which was largely believed to have been squanched through the implementation of quarantines. So, forbidden words, but yeah.
Can I say the author's name?
Yes.
Giovanni Boccaccio.
Okay, our resident Italian over here.
Thank you. Grazie, pizza.
Colin, I don't actually know what your what is your heritage or whatever.
Oh,
who's your people?
It's so on me mommy's side, it's actually interesting. My grandpa was half Filipino and half Italian.
Okay.
Yeah, which is like a spicy makeup, but then everyone
a spicy meatball. If you will.
Yeah, and then so all 3 other grandparents were white, European, Scotch, Irish. But I've got that 1/4 of me. Well, it's an 1/8 for me. Oh boy, that's like Filipino Italian. Everything else is just like Irish, Scotland.
They love that Irish though.
Yeah, my dad loves being Irish.
And your dad's the Bates?
Yeah. That's that Bates is a Irish name.
Yeah, my great grandma was Bates.
Oh, you're Bates, yeah.
Yeah, I'm also Bates. My great grandma was from Ireland. And yeah, so she's a Bates.
Hell yeah.
And my mom's grandpa was from Poland, so I'm like pretty closely like immigrant or whatever. I'm like,
okay,
what is that, like third generation or something?
Sure, yeah.
So that's pretty cool. On my dad's side, I got no friggin' clue.
Hell yeah.
That's how I feel. I don't know really.
Yeah.
There's lots of German Mennonites, but
yeah, it's mostly German stuff.
I've Googled my dad's last name, and it seems to be like English, but who knows?
Well, jolly good, mate.
And they also all have bad teeth and huge ears. So
what?
It seems like
they must be British.
That's super British.
Yeah, I think it's a British.
Not many British people in this movie.
Just the one.
Who's British?
Jemima Kirk.
Oh,
who?
Jemima Kirk.
Is that the king's wife?
No, that's
Weedman.
Oh,
Lauren
yeah.
Weedman.
You're right. I forgot.
Marta.
Jemima Kirk is the like witch from Out of Town. Which
yeah. Aubrey Plaza's friend.
Mm-hmm.
Her quote friend.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wink, wink. Okay. Let's see. We're moving down my little list of notes here. So this movie, our last movie we did, Her Smell, had a couple of actors who were dating each other in it, and this movie also has a couple in it.
They freaking.
Mr. Franco and what's her name? Allison
Brie.
I almost said Brie Larson. I'm like,
and
that's
they
not
bone
right.
on screen too.
They are married in real life.
They're married?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that. I am so just titillated by that.
Why?
I don't know. That's juicy.
And
I did not know that either, so
it's wild that they like bone so many times on screen, and he's like, Allison Brie was probably on set that day, and she's like, all right, honey, or darling, go out there and act fuck.
Well, I'm glad you said honey and darling, just in case she uses one or the other.
I think it's one of the
preferred
like pet name.
Yeah.
Her preferred pet noun. They got married the same year that this movie came out, actually, which is
good for them.
A wild fact. But they had been dating for several years. But yeah, in the movie, she actually watches him like fake bone.
Oh
both
yeah,
of the other girls at one point. So I don't know.
Wow.
I saw a little article or a YouTube video about how she didn't care that he in some other movie he has a threesome or something. So I don't know.
I remember in 7th grade, I was concerned that my girlfriend would be upset that I was in the play. I got a kiss on the cheek. So I understand.
You slut.
I understand that kind of conflict.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a pain.
This is relatable.
Me and Dave Franco.
You have so much in common with him.
James Franco.
Dave.
Who's Dave Franco?
That's the guy in this movie. It's Dave.
Yeah, they're brothers.
Shit! I wrote James in my notes all over it.
God. We can't talk about James Franco. Okay, he's canceled. Capital C. Oh my God!
Bleep his name out.
Yeah,
bleep Franco.
Yeah, we get Franco is okay because it's unspecified.
Yeah.
But once you've put the J word in front of it, then it's canceled. Getting our podcast
Franco.
taken off the air. We will never talk about the other Franco. Okay, should we go into... I have 2 more facts, but I don't know if I should say them now or later. So I did some gay research just to see where everybody was standing on this. So, of the 3 ladies who are sexually active, let's say, in this movie, Aubrey Plaza in this movie plays a bi character and is bi in real life. So that's cool.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, she's openly bi. Kate Micucci, I couldn't find anything that said yes or no, queer or not, but she has written some songs that refer to having experiences with women. So, and she was on some kind of gay compilation about everybody's a little bit gay. So,
okay.
Who knows? She is married to a man, but that doesn't exclude her from being bisexual. Who knows? And Allison Brie is one of those no labels, free love people. So it's also unspecified of what her scenario is, but she is also married to Dave Franco. Jesus, now you got me doing it.
Not bleep.
I genuinely picture Dave Franco and Allison Brie in real life. Their bed is this massive, massive bed, and it's just naked bodies lying about. And they are just in like they just live in this like sex haze.
Ew.
Where they're just like, they like sleep and wake up and they're like, ugh, who's around me for some oinkin'?
Ew.
I don't know why I called it oinkin'.
Wow, only a real pervert like Colin would come up with this dialogue.
Ew! This movie got me thinking dirty thoughts.
There is so much doing it.
There is.
Yeah.
So all right, let's get into the dang movie. A lot of this movie was improvised, and I can't find exactly how much, but a lot of the dialogue was improvised. That's what I know. The town where they live, we have to shout out Garfignana, because that's a sick
Garfignana!
Shout out.
So these 3 ladies are nuns, and they live on a nunnery. Is that what you call those?
Or a convent. A convent is kind of a nicer name.
So we're also keeping up with our religious theme, since we just did another religious movie.
First Reformed, hell yeah.
So we know Colin's dark history with Catholicism. Lindsay, do you have a dark past?
Oh yeah. I like that we call it
out the heavy hitters. You could say that.
Yeah, you were.
What's your religion journey?
So I was raised like evangelical Christian, basically, which arguably, but I can't say it's worse than Catholicism. They each have their like special cons. But my like extended family is Mennonite. That's what my mom was raised, and I actually don't hate that.
I have Amish family, so similar.
Yeah, that's similar. But my family, who's still Mennonite, is like on the more liberal side of it, I guess.
Isn't it strange how that worked out? Because a lot of my Amish family are more liberal than
it is
like normal
really
Christians that I know.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it is really strange.
It's like they still preach community, like communal compassion, basically. Whereas like Catholicism and Protestantism are very much just like intertwined with America and capitalism.
Yeah, well, one of the big things about being Mennonite is that you don't want to be extravagant or flashy. So that eliminates the ability to basically like capitalize on your church services and make them these big productions or like prosperity gospel type bullshit. So yes, but I was raised evangelical. Lucky me.
All right. So even though this movie is like based in a convent, I would say it's not very, if at all, religious. Really.
They allude to like
confession,
3 real Catholic things, and then the rest of it is just like,
what are they calling?
Morning laurels.
What is that?
That's just like morning prayer.
Okay.
And confession is a real thing. I love confession. And that the church hates homosexuality.
Yeah,
those are some things. Yeah.
And they do the like the wine and bread on the tongue and whatever.
That's old school Catholicism, baby.
But most of the time, they are like breaking the rule. Like they're breaking into the Jesus wine, or like.
Yeah, this is not like any kind of convent I've ever seen.
Seen a lot of convents.
1.
Oh
wow!
Yeah.
He's cultured.
I've been to several. I've been to convents. I have been to priest schools. What are those called? Seminaries.
I guess I didn't exactly mention what time period this was, but it was the mid-1300s.
A time we all know about.
Yeah, I don't know shit about the mid-1300s except what I found out about the bubonic plague.
I didn't even know that's when the bubonic plague was made.
Yeah. All right, so like one of the first scenes that we see in this movie was actually my favorite thing. A lot of gags in this movie, actually. I was laughing out loud.
Good gags.
I gotta say.
Yep.
One of the very first things that happens is the turnips guy, and they go to this man and they're like, "Are you looking us in the fucking eyes? Don't fucking look at us!" And like, I just like railing on this man, and he's not doing shit. And he's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to look you in the," like throwing turnips at him, and all three of the ladies are like going insane on this man. Okay, that was great.
That was
that,
really
and
good.
like it runs throughout. It's really good.
Yeah, that's a good bit. There's really, when it comes down to it, there was lots of good bits in this movie.
Yep.
There was, I was laughing out loud. I had a good time.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of like moving story or like arcs going on or like any discernible like point.
I disagree.
There's a little bit of stuff, but like
no, I was trying to put my finger on that too, Kayla. I agree with you.
So Colin's wrong.
Three nuns go on a sexual expedition, a sexpedition, across and through their own sexuality, transcending what they even...
Are you reading a plot right now?
I am not. I'm freeballing this.
He's just staring off into the distance. Speaking from the heart.
No, but these people evolve. There's definitely arcs.
Okay.
These characters have arcs. They start in places and, well, shit. Do they? Maybe they don't have arcs. Out of it.
I mean, it was fun to watch, you know.
It was.
There's just really not much point to the movie.
No, the story is not.
Yeah, it's based off of a story, so it's based off of like a couple days of that story from that. It's like a what do you call it? Like a bunch of short stories like put together to
it's like whatever the Canterbury Tales are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so that's like the main stick out thing from the beginning was them like going postal on the turnips guy, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah,
then
big
we
fan.
go over to Louisiana with Nick Offerman over there.
I love these parts over there at the castle. Yeah,
there's some good stuff going on. Him and his wife's all horny for Franco, and they're boning. There's lots of comedy in here, but it's like I'm not gonna just recount all the jokes.
No.
First joke though. Basically, they're boning, and Franco has to leave because he's gonna get murdered, and then he stumbles upon the priest from the convent. I'm gonna have to keep remembering the word convent.
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly, who looks insane and has big curly hair in this movie.
These scenes rock when it's Dave Franco and John C. Reilly hanging out. This is just
I like that.
Two bros being dudes, getting drunk, playing grab ass.
Like bros do.
Yeah, these are just some two rough-a-rabbles playing grab ass.
Oh my gosh.
I like it.
So, John C. Reilly had dumped all of their stuff they were supposed to sell to make money into the river on accident because he was drunk. So, he brings Franco back to the convent and says that Franco's a deaf mute. And he's like, oh, I was robbed, so we don't have any of our things. And we have this deaf mute boy to, like, help us out on the farm since the turnip guy took off.
It's a good ploy.
Yeah, it could be.
Not super sustainable.
So right when Franco gets to the old nunnery,
convent,
the convent, Aubrey Plaza attacks him with an axe. That was also a great scene.
That was really good, and then screams in his ear.
Yeah. Her like sass in this movie is so good. I loved it. I loved her character.
Yeah, very, very basic summaries of the three nuns, and it's just Allison Brie is sad, Kate Micucci is nosy, and Aubrey Plaza is mean and arrogant.
Yeah, more or less, that's what's going on. That
pretty much sums up their characters.
Yeah, you summed up the movie, so thank you. This has been...
That was it. That's what happened.
So all these three girls are horny as hell.
Yeah.
Well, I think right around here we have the first confession that we see.
Yes.
Where Kate Micucci confesses to being horny. And Franco confesses to 69ing.
I was so I don't like Dave Franco. Like,
wow.
I don't.
It comes out now?
Yeah, it comes out now. It comes out when it comes out, you know? I just don't like him. I think he looks like a fucking high school
he looks
senior.
Like a Franco.
Yeah, he looks like a perpetual. He looks like you are in school and he is just doing better than you in every way. And you're just like, fuck you, man.
You think so?
Yeah, he makes me feel like an inferior high schooler.
That's so funny.
So I fucking hate him.
He seems nice in the movie.
Yeah, he does.
He does, and that is why I was upset that I liked this scene. Where
because you're not nice. Is that why you feel nice.
Bad? No,
We need to get to the root of this, Kayla.
I don't like Dave Franco, but I like this scene where he's
like
describing...
a nice boy, which I can never be.
I can be nice boy. I am a nice boy.
You are. Yeah, you are.
You hear it here first, folks. I'm a nice boy. I think that's okay.
That's preferable, yes.
And I think it's okay for nice boys to not like boys they think are not nice. Damn it.
He's doing better than you in English class, I see. Okay.
I felt bad for his character sometimes, really.
Yeah, he did.
Pretty much the whole time.
Spoiler alert, he does get sexually assaulted multiple times in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't see, like, men being on that, the receiving end of that very often.
And it wasn't framed that way, really, in my opinion.
Well,
I guess
we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
So we're still on confession. So he confesses to 69ing, and John C. Reilly is saying that everything is sodomy.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, if I put my sex in her backside, oh, that's also sodomy. Like, everything is sodomy. I watched this movie with my queer group over a group chat or whatever, and yeah, just every time like anything happened in the movie, for the rest of the movie, the chat was lit up with, yeah, this is also sodomy, I think. So that was a pretty good gag. So maybe later the same day, the girls get together and have a little late night like slumber party. And they get their drink on.
Hell yeah.
And I love how they did this because they tried to make it as like, you know, real to what like a current slumber party would be like. Like they're all singing together, you know, like how a normal people would be singing like some song off the radio or like a Backstreet Boys or something. Backstreet Boys being the most culturally relevant.
Yeah.
Yep, you know how kids these days are singing Backstreet Boys.
The most culturally relevant band I could think of off the top of my head.
A kid at the shelter was singing I Want It That Way the other day.
Wow, really?
So, you know what? Yeah.
There you go.
They posted a cute like Zoom video of all the Backstreet Boys like singing that song in their respective like places.
I don't care.
It was
what?
Cool.
Why?
It's
What's
on
wrong
Facebook.
with you? Suddenly you're against it.
I'm against the Backstreet Boys.
Colin hates boys, we're finding out.
No, I love
Colin,
I love my
formerly
boys.
thought that all boys were hot, now hates all boys and feels inferior to them.
No, I love boys.
Confusing times for Colin.
I love... Where are my boys at?
You need to get some of your boys out here.
I need to get some of my boys here.
Okay, so we're at the slumber party. They're drinking the Jesus wine.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a word for Jesus wine? Because that's what I'm
Sacramental.
Sacramental wine.
Sacramental. Okay, I didn't go to Jesus College like these two freaks.
We didn't go to... we went to public university.
You did go to Jesus school.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You did. You literally went to...
Yeah, I went to private Catholic school for 12 years.
Okay. Trying to act like he didn't. So that this is where the witch friend comes to the party
with no explanation.
Yeah, she's just like
whatsoever.
there.
That
Suddenly
stuck with
there.
me this time. She's never explained. No one ever really questions her, like, being there.
But they do kind of like, well, they do say like, well, how do you know this person? Where are you from here or whatever? And they just try and play it like, oh yeah, we're childhood friends. Yeah, totally. Yeah, she's from here. I'm from here. Yeah, we're both from here. You know, even though she has like an accent and everything.
Yeah,
that's kind of a good bit, really.
Yeah, that was.
So Aubrey Plaza and her witch friend make out, and then Aubrey Plaza and Kate McCucci make out. And it's kind of implied that they bone, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's implied.
So right about now, this movie all of a sudden is like so horny. We can't even say how horny it is. It's just
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden, like boom, 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 boom. Everybody's horny. Everybody's trying to get with Franco. They're like catching him at every corner and trying to boing Franco.
Every scene.
Yeah, basically every scene. Yeah.
Not a fan.
Oh, do I want to take this part where I go to a place full of ladies and they all want to boink me? Yeah, I guess I could play that character.
That's why I hate him. He gets this role that's like, like my role is I go boink these ladies at a castle. And like...
That his voice?
Yeah, that's what his
asshole.
Castle. Dave Franco.
Franco.
He does have like a California name for sure.
Yeah.
And
he's
yes,
a fucking...
we are all adult humans, and we do say boink, okay?
Oh man, fuck Dave Franco. I hated these sex scenes.
Yeah, there was a lot going on here. And
I like the one where the old lady walks in on Allison Brie and him.
Oh, yeah.
And doesn't see them.
Yeah.
I love that one.
That was pretty good.
Old people do not be seeing people having sex.
Yeah, you know that old gag.
So true.
No.
Never mind. I was gonna further explore that, but we'll just let that go.
Leave it at that. Perfect.
So, right around here is also where like Aubrey Plaza does hold Franco to knife point and boing him.
Yeah.
Which was weird. Not necessary, probably, but I guess I get it with like her character.
Yeah, she's just mean.
She is mean.
And she's like bought into this witchcraft. I don't know, the witchcraft was like poorly... Was it poorly explained?
It wasn't explained, and it wasn't really even explored.
So it's not like clear what they're going for here. Was it just going for boinkage?
She did say, like, later on when they're at the witch's circle, and he's tied to the rock, she does say that they were doing a fertility spell.
Yeah.
But why? I don't know. Because was she trying to have a baby?
Have babies.
I don't know.
And
yeah,
like,
it's unclear.
Who was trying to have the baby? Like, that could have been an interesting part to have explored.
Mm-hmm.
The witches.
I mean,
witches
her friend,
love babies.
Her friend did say, like, And it's in the trailer too, like, being with a man is like the best thing you could ever feel or something like that.
Yeah.
So I thought that's what they were
Yeah, what was that all
for.
about?
I don't know.
A lot of mumbo jumbo in this movie, if you ask me.
Yeah, a considerable amount of mumbo jumbo. We also get Fred Armisen. When Fred Armisen comes in, that was great. I mean, him being the
really
bishop.
Yeah.
He was funny. He was funny.
Yeah. He calls them out on their sins, which is a plenty, and I love a good sin reading.
Mm-hmm.
A thing I've never seen before, but I think should happen.
Public sin readings.
Yeah. Just to keep you,
keep you on your toes.
Keep the fear in you.
Yeah.
One other funny thing that happened so Kate Micucci tries to do the same thing that Aubrey Plaza did, so that she can also have sex with Franco. And instead of like putting the drops of whatever soup they concocted in her eyes like she's supposed to, she drinks it, gets all fucked up, cuts her finger and smears blood all over her face. Just looks absolutely insane. She's
rolling,
She is rolling.
Her part was so good. And all of their long hair too. Her hair goes all the way down to her little tuchus.
Yeah, and she gets buck naked.
Her scrawny little body and her long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see it all, fellas. I'm talking both boobs. I'm talking butt, both cheeks.
You even see a bush shot at one point.
And you see bush.
Yes, there's bush.
A big old bush.
We love a big old bush.
We stan a bush.
We stan a bush.
Yeah, let's get it on the air. ScreenVomit is a pro-Bush podcast.
Okay, careful.
Wait. We need to be clear here. We need to be very clear.
Pro-Bush. Pro-Bush.
Colin.
Bush as in the hair kind, not any other kind of bush.
We're talking pubes, not George W.
Pubies.
I got a note here that the most bizarre aspect of this movie to me is I have seen a good amount of nuns in my life, not to brag.
Okay.
Not to really boast my higher experience than my colleagues here, but I've seen 100 nuns.
Wow.
And every single one of them has been 55 years or older and mean.
You ever seen a little movie called The Sound of Music? Okay.
Not all the way through.
You haven't?
No, but I've seen this stage play all the way through.
What kind of Catholic are you?
Yeah, that's literally
I always
illegal.
fell asleep because I was kind of bored.
Wow. Can't even make it through 2 VHS single movie? Okay.
No, no.
Just a simple no.
Yeah.
I have not rewatched that movie in 100 years. But I listened to a little podcast called Unspooled where they talked about it recently, and they seem to think that there's a lot of the movie that could be cut out.
Yeah.
It's long, if I recall.
I don't remember it being long, but I haven't watched it since I was a kid, so
Most long movies are bad.
Quite a hot take there.
That's probably true, though. I love a 90-minute movie.
Hey,
Ooh,
right?
You know how many minutes this movie was?
Exactly 90.
Mwah!
Chef's
Love
kiss.
that.
Mwah, we love.
You know another movie under 90?
What?
Crawl.
Yep, knew that was coming.
I should have guessed. All right, in the movie, where are we? Kate
bishop.
Micucci's high as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
She goes and tattles on everybody. Then, yeah, they have the little trial, which is really funny. Molly Shannon's character, she's barely in this movie, by the way. She should be in this movie more.
Agree.
Yeah.
She gets accused. She's accused of loving the world, and he goes, "Why don't you just stay here then?" She's not gonna move on to heaven. I thought that was so good, and it was so like you could have missed it if you weren't listening. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that was good.
That was a good one. But yeah, that part's it's all pretty funny. Then my next favorite part, Franco ends up going back to Nick Offerman's castle or whatever. He's locked up, and the girls bring over a little diversion for the guards.
A little turtle.
Turtle with a candle on it,
yeah,
right?
It was a turtle with a candle on it. And both the guards just go like, "Hey, did you see that? Like, there's a turtle with a candle on it. Let's see where he's going. He's got to be up to something crazy." They just go off following this turtle with a candle on his back. That rocked.
That was very good.
Mm-hmm.
I would follow that turtle.
Me too. Are you kidding?
Hell yeah. Yo, side note, have you caught any turtles in Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing? Yes, I have.
Have you placed them?
Not to brag. No, I haven't placed any.
If you place a turtle in the game, they just chill. They hang out.
They're just a turtle.
They're stand there and they chill.
Yeah.
You probably could put a candle on them. That'd be a bit.
We stand a turtle. We stand a sitting turtle.
I'm kind of indifferent on turtles in general, I'd say.
Yeah, me too. They're alright.
I hope they're all doing just great right now.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like wildlife is doing good in general. They have to be.
Good for them.
I know raccoons are absolutely still in my trash, so.
Good little bastards.
They've got to be doing fine. Here's the thing about my bedroom. My bedroom window, the only thing outside of it is everybody in the building's trash cans. At all hours of day and night, you'll just be hearing little critters in there. They jump right up into the trash bins and start, going through them. All hours of day and night, I hear these raccoons going through the trash.
Good for them.
I hate raccoons, actually. That's true.
I'm very pro raccoon.
I've got
what? Since when?
All my life.
No.
Yeah, I just never. We've never talked about it.
Yeah, we never have.
Wow, this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back here. This hot button issue.
I think raccoons rock and should be given more say in the world.
No.
In general.
Not necessary.
I hate raccoons. I got bit by a raccoon when I was a teenager.
Shouldn't have been messing with it.
And I was trying to set him free from a trap, so...
Shouldn't have been setting him free.
And I also had a house that got infested with raccoons. And they pulled like 8 raccoons out of my house before the people just stopped coming to get them. And they absolutely demolished my attic, which I had a whole bunch of stuff in. It was covered in shit and piss and torn to shreds and thrown everywhere. And the way my house was, like, my bedroom was on the same level as the attic. Like, there was just a regular, like, tiny door that you could walk straight through to go into the attic space. So, like, when the raccoons were in there fucking around, they were right behind my head, like, when I was sleeping.
Oh, no.
Like, and throwing stuff around, like, just banging stuff into the wall. Being scary and
naughty.
Just rascals.
They ruined my life. And yes, my landlord did try and charge me for the damages for that, even though they are the ones who were supposed to take care of it.
The raccoons?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah.
Landlords can eat it.
We love landlords.
We do love raccoons, though.
No, we don't love raccoons.
We're split on raccoons.
Okay, back to the movie. So, turtle with the candle on it. They replace Franco with a doll. And the guys come back and continue to talk to this doll. That was a pretty good bit.
Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
John C. Reilly and Molly Shannon are in love, and they also bang.
Cute love.
They're in cute love.
Yeah, that was cute.
The girls sneak Franco back to the convent, and everyone lives happily ever after. That's the end of the movie.
Yeah, basically.
Look, we got through it so fast.
It just like the movie, we just bloop, went through like hot diarrhea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Colin, that's disgusting.
Welcome to Diarrhea Chat. My section of the podcast.
Diarrhea vomit.
That's damn good.
How many stars do you throw in this piece of diarrhea? This movie's not a piece of diarrhea.
No, it's hard to say because, like I said, I had a good time watching it. I did laugh out loud. But yes. Yeah, I didn't. There's just not much like point to the movie, really.
It's not much to like grab onto.
Yeah, yeah. That doesn't really leave you with anything. I've pretty much felt nothing the whole time except for the laughs coming out. There's no like feelings going on.
No.
So yeah, because that's hard to say. I don't think I would watch this again. I'm gonna say a 2. I don't know. That's hard to say.
2?
Yeah.
I say 3, but
I was gonna say 3.
Okay.
But also I was debating on a 2.
You got 2.5.
Yeah, let's do 2.5.
Okay.
2.5.
Yeah, so we come out as a solid 2.5 consensus.
Yeah.
But it's if you're looking for like a fluffy movie to just watch and have some laughs and like feel absolutely nothing about, this is your flick. Yeah. Like totally watch it. For sure. But if you want to be more invested, maybe not choose this one.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Just watch a different John C. Reilly movie.
Oh yeah, he's got such a great like catalog.
He's so good.
He's such a guy. What a guy.
He is. What a guy.
He's a guy.
That is true.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, any more thoughts on the movie before we move on?
It really just doesn't inspire that much. That much.
Yeah.
No.
That's true.
My final note is just a lot of fucking.
Yeah.
And that's my
really
memory
actually
of the
not
movie
that
now.
much fucking actually. It's more like just wanting to fuck or like the lead up to fucking.
Horny.
Yeah, very horny.
Lots of horny. That's true. Yeah.
Which I guess is true of like Catholicism, right, Colin?
I mean, I was horny when I was a Catholic.
I mean, just the kind of fucking that's happening in Catholicism, we don't want to get into.
Yeah.
You're on the pod.
Yeah. Yeah, let's move right along from this.
Let's move right along.
Now it's time for ScreenVomit.
So, in this section of the podcast, we talk about other stuff that we've been watching besides this movie. Colin, what have you been watching?
I had to go back to my roots. I've been lost in with television. I haven't liked anything lately.
Okay.
And when I am lost, you go to what you know. And so I've returned. Woke up this morning, got myself a gun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back to The Sopranos, baby. Gabagool.
Yo, I've been wanting to tackle Sopranos at some point.
It's amazing.
I've never watched it aside from my dad watched it when it was on TV for a time, but so I may have seen like a bit of this or a bit of that, but I've never like actually watched it.
Big fan. I think it is the best TV show ever.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I love the theme song. I did have the soundtrack on CD. So that is true. Awesome. I do love to rock, and you can't deny that theme song.
Isn't great.
But you can't deny that theme song. It's so booming.
It's the best bad song.
Yeah, it's so good. If you turn it up loud too, and then you get that little like boom, 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 like right at the beginning.
Yeah, I'm just watching Sopranos again. I love it. I love it so much.
Hell yeah. Lindsay, what have you been watching? Or were you done?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Sopranos.
Well, I just finished this show called The Outsiders. Have you seen it?
The Outsider.
The Outsider.
I don't think I've seen it, but it sounds familiar. Tell me what it's about.
It's new on HBO. It's based on a Stephen King book. It's like basically like a procedural with a supernatural twist.
Okay.
My brother sold it to me on the premise that it really scared him, so I was interested. And sorry, Nick, it wasn't that scary. Wasn't that scary? What do you think, Colin?
No, it was not scary, and Nick can suck it.
No, Nick, you don't have to suck it, but it was not that scary.
It was not scary. Suck it, Nick.
Alright, interesting. Anything else?
We've just been working through Real Housewives in New Jersey.
Okay.
Which I love.
I've watched a lot of shows lately.
You've watched a lot.
I also watched Unorthodox. Would highly recommend. That was good. Super good.
What is that?
It's about the Hasidic Jewish community in New York, but it's like a drama, so it focuses on one like story. And this girl who's trying to like escape the community, which is basically like a cult, and it's just like very, very good. The main actress is incredible.
Wow, that sounds cool.
It's really good, and a lot of it is in Yiddish, which is really rare for film to be in Yiddish. So that was a cool detail about it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Terrace House, which is a Japanese reality show that absolutely is so good.
It's pretty good.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's really different than American reality TV, which I love deeply. In a good way, though. It's very like heartwarming.
Yeah.
Aww.
Very earnest.
I know of there's a couple celebs that I follow, or like podcasters, I guess, that watch that show and love it.
It's worth watching.
It's real good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm into reality TV anymore. I used to be.
Yeah, like next.
Years ago. Let's see. What reality TV did I stan? Millionaire Matchmaker. Okay, seen every episode.
Wow.
Flippin' Out.
Flippin' Out.
I've heard of that
Never
one.
heard of Flippin' Out.
Flipping Out is a great show. I guess these are all Bravo reality shows. I guess I used to watch Bravo a lot. Flipping Out is about this gay guy and his husband. They are designers, like home designers. And they do some like house flipping, but a lot of what they do is just design. But it's like barely even about what they do on houses, because it's mainly about the guy who owns the company is like a nut job.
Cool.
I mean, it was kind of proposed like, oh, he has OCD so bad that like he just freaks out on people constantly and is mean and great for reality TV.
Oh my god.
Hell
that
yeah.
Sounds incredible.
Yeah. It's on something. It has to be. It's at least on demand. I know that much. It's probably on Hulu or something.
Well, we watch a lot of Bravo in this house, so
We are a Bravo house.
Yeah, but yeah, and they have like newer seasons. I haven't seen whatever would be like probably the 2 most recent seasons, because they are behind a paywall. But the first several seasons, there's like 8 seasons or something, or more. I don't know. The first several I found streaming somewhere. I just can't remember where. But yeah, so I used to love that show. There's probably more. I used to watch all those like Rock of Love and like
those shows rule.
The one with what's the other one?
Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love, and a New York show, and
I Love New York.
Celebrity Couples Therapy.
Celebrity Couples Therapy. That sounds good.
We're never watching that.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's real good.
Damn.
What celebs are on it?
D-list.
One of the Casey and JoJo guys was on there. The guy who plays Percy on Green Mile. Hold on, you know who this is.
What?
Let me look up his name.
I love the way you're remembering these people.
Doug Hutchison? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this guy's face. Like, just look him up. I'm pretty sure that's the guy. Yeah, that's the guy. He has one of the most infamous seasons.
What's this jabroni?
Because he married a 16-year-old girl.
Hey. And
from
Lost.
They were on the couples therapy together. And she's 16, but she
Right.
wears 10-inch heels and has breast implants and fake hair and all this stuff. It's absolutely insane
Baller.
shit to watch. Those are just two that come to mind instantly, but there are a lot of different celebs on there, and I think I feel like Dr. Drew was part of it. I don't know.
Oh, I bet he was.
Yeah. So that was a good one.
That is good.
So I don't know if that's streaming somewhere, but I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Anyway,
real
those
good.
are reality shows I used to watch.
Hell yeah.
Right now, Colin and I are doing Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And Colin is extremely way more into it than I am.
Oh, yeah?
I love it. It's one of the best shows. It's maybe it's because I love New Jersey now because of The Sopranos.
Yeah.
And this is just
it's like you're getting a little more Sopranos.
It's just, it's like Sopranos 2.0.
Sopranos supplemental content.
Totally.
It fucking rules. I love it.
Somebody from Veronica Mars is on one of the Real Housewives.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah. I know her character name, but I don't know her name. Let me look it up. Oh, Lisa Rinna.
Oh!
Okay, there
Lisa
you go.
Rinna? Oh shit, Lisa Rinna from Beverly Hills.
Oh yeah,
Lisa
we know
Rinna.
Lisa.
Yeah, she's on Veronica Mars, which as we all know is a show that I stand and love forever.
Lisa Rinna is an absolutely polarizing character.
I've yelled some horrid, despicable, illegal things about her.
But then it's crazy because now we love her.
Yeah, she turned face.
She did.
She really did. It's
really
wild.
Incredible arc.
Yeah. I do like Lisa Rinna now.
I did used to watch Total Divas. That's probably the most recent.
Everyone watched Total Divas.
Yeah.
Everyone's always talking Total Divas to us.
Mm-hmm.
Have you not watched?
We should watch it. We have not.
Oh my god, you have to watch. You like wrestling and you like reality TV. You have to watch, obviously.
The perfect
You don't tell me what to do.
Oh, God.
Okay.
What have you been watching?
Yeah. I've been watching, I can't remember what I said I was watching last podcast, so I don't know if I mentioned that I finished Grace and Frankie.
That's a good show.
Yeah, it's kind of fine. It's like a popcorn show.
Exactly.
It's a fluff. It's all fluff, which is a good thing to watch at a time like this. Fluffy nothing that makes you think about nothing.
Totally.
I did also watch Feel Good, which is on Netflix.
Oh, yes, I just watched that.
Yeah. Okay, great show.
Yeah, no, it was really good. At first I was like, oh, this is not going to be super good, but then it gets into some really good topics.
Yeah, and I think
it.
Moving on from there is probably going to be really good too. The next season.
Yes.
Probably be really good too. So for those who don't know, it's on Netflix. It's a quick watch. I recommend it. It's 8 episodes, 20 minutes, I think. And what's her head? Lisa, what's her name?
The main actress?
No, her mom.
Oh, Kudrow.
Yeah.
Lisa Kudrow. Yes. Yes.
Lisa Kudrow.
Kudrow
is on it. And yeah, it's a queer show, queer comedy, and the show's a dramedy. It's about a stand-up comedian, and yeah, good rep, good show. Yeah, so I watched that, and then of course, I also watched Tiger King, as everyone did.
Oh yeah, we checked it out.
We watched that one.
You watched it all?
Oh, for sure. One day.
I feel 90% certain that there's a picture somewhere in here of my little brother and I in a mall in northern Indiana holding one of his tigers.
Of that man?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, who else? It was a traveling tiger thing, and we got our picture taken in the mall, so I just need to find that picture.
Wow, that's insane. I know there is
I know.
There is a tiger quote sanctuary in southern Indiana somewhere that my friend's
rocks.
been to.
Yeah, you've been there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It rules. Yeah, the Big Cat Sanctuary. I can't remember the name of it.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a bunch of big cats, and you just walk around and you're like, oh, there's a tiger, there's a lion, there's
But they also had like the
they rule.
cub petting or whatever too.
They do not now.
Okay. Well, some of my friends were there like not that long, like just a couple of years ago. So
maybe we're talking a different one. I went to like this like very legit place that they were like, we don't really even touch them.
We don't even look at these tigers, honestly. They just kind of do their own thing, and we're over here, they're over there.
Yeah, they were just like frank though. They were like, these tigers aren't going to perform for you. These tigers don't give a shit about you unless they're going to eat you. And I was like, baller, these tigers rule. Where's my phone? I got pictures of the tigers on here.
Oh my gosh.
That plays well for podcasts.
Yeah, for
everyone, check out these pictures. We'll post them on the Instagram.
I just feel like the show, it left so much out and also like glorified that man so much. Well, all the men, really.
Yeah.
And really demonized the woman to such an extent that's so wild, because you really have to search on your own accord to find the bad, wild stuff about the guys.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. I haven't watched the supplemental episode yet or whatever.
I didn't know about that.
They just released another episode yesterday or a couple days ago. There is also a podcast on Wondery called, I think it's just called Joe Exotic. But that was a good supplemental listen. Some of it's repeated info, but some of it's new info. And some of it's really fucked up stuff that he's done. And I also did like look up, I mean, the websites that like Carol Baskins or whatever has created, like those are still up, and you can see like videos of like terrible stuff that him and his employees have done, videos of it just right there.
Yeah.
And she also has like documented all their like whatever it is, USDA or whoever I forget what the federal people are, all of his violations against them, and some of them are like really just wild and bad. Like
he really
he's a total schizo, but like he's empathetic.
Is he sympathetic?
Yeah.
I even don't think so.
My man's just trying to get through life.
Your man?
My boy.
Oh, no.
I wanted to know so much more about the guy that owned the really big...
Oh, Doc Antle?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He's way more fascinating.
I wanted to hear all about his operation, because it was like a little more on the wives. It was a little more on the culty side.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I feel like there's just like so much going on in that whole world that they kind of breezed through a lot of things.
Exactly.
That have so much more story to them.
Yes.
I agree. Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Shit was good.
I don't know if I would say it's good.
It was entertainment.
It was entertainment. I don't know if I care for the way that it was put together. Like I said, because I feel like they glorified the men who are absolutely terrible. They left out a lot of details of like really fucked up stuff that they've done, and they absolutely demonized this woman who,
they did.
They for sure absolutely made it look like she killed her husband, and the things that like Joe Exotic did to her and like said on his online show were like awful.
Oh, he fucking sucks. Like, don't get me wrong. He is like just like a shit dude.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was a shit but it was like, I don't know. I just felt I came out understanding like, these are all just like, every single person I'm gonna see on this screen sucks in some way. Like, something's gonna come out that they just suck, or are like a creep, or morally reprehensible in some way.
All the men, for sure.
For sure. It rocked.
Ugh. I would recommend the podcast, though. The podcast was good.
Hell yeah.
It did go a little more into like them being fucked up, which I appreciated. So yeah, that's basically what I've been watching.
Hell yeah.
All right. Any more thoughts on anything in the world?
I think
we've said all our thoughts.
Yeah, we're good. We're seepy.
Lindsay, do you have anything to plug?
Oh, I have nothing to plug. Just if you have expendable income, donate it to people who, or they've lost their jobs, or sex workers, people like that. That's all I can think of.
For sure.
That is good. And I know one person, I mean, I'm sure I know several people, but there's one person who comes to mind. If you're in need of any artwork, and I've seen a few people ask for it since, and this is why I'm bringing it up. My friend Kayla is a really good artist, has prints up, and also takes commissions, and she's great. Go on her website, MichaelaJanePalermo.com, and I'll put it in the notes, the link. She is a queer immigrant, and because of her immigrant status, even though she's a legal immigrant, well, she got laid off with like, all of this stuff going on, and she is unable to get any government help at all.
Shit.
Because what I found out is that if you're an immigrant, you have to legally live here for 5 years before you can get unemployment, before you can get food stamps, before you can get anything like that. And she's been here for 4 years, so...
Oh my god, that's such bullshit.
So, yeah, that's just one person that I know personally. But there are all kinds of funds and things like that if you want to donate to charities and things. Yeah, so that's a great thing to plug. Also help my friend. So, all right, so there's that. You can also, Thin Swimmer, who does our theme songs, also unemployed with this, and you can buy his album on thinswimmer.bandcamp.com right now, and you get the full version of our theme song. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Letterboxd, at ScreenVomit, one word on all the things. Subscribe on your little podcast apps. Send us an email at screenvomitpod@gmail.com or tweet us with your thoughts on this movie or other movies. And that's all. That's all, folks.
Okay,
bye.